Developing now at 5, the city of Florissant has agreed to pay millions to settle a civil rights lawsuit involving a former police officer accused of stealing nude photos from women during traffic stops. First Alert 4 investigator David Amilati has been following this case since the beginning.
Yeah, the case has been settled for $4 million. Attorneys for the victims say that entire amount represents the absolute limit of the liability insurance policy held by the city of Florissant. The lawsuit had accused former Florissant officer Julian Alcala of targeting female drivers during traffic stops between December 2023 and May 2024. According to court documents, Alcala would ask the women for their phones, often under the pretext of checking for digital insurance cards. He would then take the devices to his patrol car, search their private files, and use his own phone to snap pictures of their nude photos. In December 2025, Alcala pleaded guilty to 20 federal counts of deprivation of rights under color of law. He was sentenced in March to 2 years in federal prison. We confronted Alcala outside the federal courthouse back in November of 24 after his initial court appearance demanding answers for the victims.
Should all police officers be held to the same law of all other taxpayers? Mr. Alcala, do you have anything to say to these women who allege they were...
Now, under the terms of the settlement, both the city and Alcala have denied all liability, with the lawyers stating both defendants settled only to buy their peace. The city of Florissant tells First Alert 4 it will not comment any further on this situation. Heather?